Data build tool.
It's a data build tool. What's the purpose of this DBT? Anyone? What's the purpose of this DBT?
Data transformation.
It's mainly for data transformation framework. Okay, see the same thing. Okay, it's a DBT. It's a data build tool. It's mainly for data transformation framework. So this is the functionality. So here what happened, it's a DBT, data build tool, mainly for data transformation framework. So before going, first you should have understanding of ETL versus ELT. Then you will have clarity on this particular DBT. What is ETL abbreviation for ETL? Abbreviation for ETL? Anyone?
Extract, transform, load.
Extract the data from data source. Here data source in the sense like what are the data sources? Tell me. It can be Oracle, SQL Server, DB2, Postgre, then SAP HANA. There's so many sources will be there. Okay, sources will extracting the data from the data sources. Then what is T? What is T? T.
Transform.
So transforming the data from the data source. Understand this functionality. So see, what is the functionality of E? Extracting data from the data source, transforming the data from the data source, and what about L? Loading the data. Which data? Loading the transformed data. So transformed data into the data warehouse. Okay, see, this is important. Extracting the data from the data source, transforming data from the data source, loading the transformed data into the data warehouse. Here, data warehouse in the sense like what? It can be Snowflake, it can be Redshift, it can be BigQuery, or it can be Synapse. It's a cloud data warehouse. Okay, see, extracting the data, transforming the data, loading the transformed data into the data warehouse. This is ETL approach. Then what about ELT?
Extract,
load, transform.
Tell me. Okay, see, it's an extracting. See, extracting the data from the data source. What is loading? Loading the data into the data warehouse. Here, which type of data? Transform data, raw data. Here we are loading only raw data. So see here in this ETL approach, we are loading the transform data. In this ELT approach, we are loading the raw data. Then what about T? T is nothing but transforming the raw data into meaningful information. Okay, now point is that what right now every companies are following which approach? ETL approach or ELT approach? Anyone? Any guess? Which approach you are following?
ELT.
Remember, so ETL is a cast one. So right now every companies are following ELT approaches. Okay, that's why DBT come here. Tell me now, by seeing this one, DBT is an ETL tool or ELT tool?
ELT.
Anyone? ELT tool? Anyone? Okay, remember. So DBT is not an ETL tool or ELT tool. Tell me, it's involved in extraction.
For transforming tools.
So just for transforming only it will be used. Okay, see, point is that what? So ETL, okay, so DBT is not an ETL tool or ELT tool. It is not in extraction part, not in loading part. Only involving which part? Only in the transformation part. It will take the raw data with the help of DBT. We're getting transformed data. So this is the definition. So this is important. So DBT is nothing but what? It is used to transform the data that has been already loaded in the data warehouse. It is not involved in the extraction part or loading part, only involved in the transformation part. It will take the raw data, DBT will come here, do the transformations. With the help of DBT, I am taking the raw data and doing the transformation. This is the main thing. It is used to transform the data that has been already loaded in the data warehouse. Now here what happened is now knowledge on ETL tools. What a high level knowledge. Tell me what are ETL tools here having in the market? ETL tools.
Informatica.
Informatica.
Data stage.
Okay, Informatica.
Talent.
Abhinish, Isha, talent,
ADF.
data stage. There are so many things at the data stage. Okay, IACS is there, so something. What about ELT tools? ELT tools.
ODI.
ODI is ETL tool. No, yes. Okay, it's integrated. No, okay. Anyone? So like Fivetran, sir. Fivetran. Then Stitch. Have okay, see Have HVR. Some tools are there. So this will access ELT tool, mostly purpose the HVR tools. Okay, these are our material will access, sometimes will access ELT. Okay, see Fivetran generally what happened? Fivetran, Stitch, generally we use these two things, Fivetran or Stitch. So these are the ELT tools. So before that, tell me what is Snowflake? We'll see the Snowflake link up here. What is Snowflake? We'll connect the dots between Snowflake and DBT. Anyone?
Cloud-based data warehouse.
Data warehouse.
It's a cloud-based
Data warehouse.
data warehouse. Okay, see, what's the purpose of this cloud-based data warehouse? Mainly for data storage, data processing. One second.
Data analytics.
Data migration.
Tell me, it's a cloud-based data warehouse, mainly for data storage, data processing, and data analytics. Okay, see, here point is that word. It's a cloud-based data warehouse, mainly for data storage, data processing, and data analytics. And Snowflake is mainly for what? Mainly for data migration project. What is migration project? Tell me, anyone? What is migration project? Anyone? These are important. Okay, seriously. But tell me.
From Oracle database to
Migrating data from one source to the
Snowflake. See, migrating the data from one data source to Snowflake. What exactly we are trying to migrate? What objects? Which database objects? We'll migrate tables, views, functions, and procedures. So see, remember, as a part of Snowflake and DBT developer, we need to migrate our existing tables, so views, functions, and procedures. Okay, see, remember. Now tell me, what is the advantage of DBT? Anyone? What is the advantage of DBT? Anybody? Any guess? Any guess? So see the same thing. Let me go back here. We'll see the PPT, then I get some clarity. See, it's a data build tool. Okay, see what happened? I'd say used for data transformation. So it's not an ETL tool or ELT tool. Okay, it's mostly focused on what thing? Focus on the transformation part. Remember, so don't say like it's an ETL tool or ELT tool, because it's mostly focused on the transformation part. It will take the raw data with the help of DBT. I'll go for transformed data. So this is the functional data. See, this is used for a data transformation framework. Advantage of DBT is that what? We can perform coding, testing, deployment. So remember, with the help of DBT, I can do the development activities. I can do the testing activities. See here, simple example. So this is what? Anybody knows? So this is what UI? What UI?
Snowflake.
DBT cloud.
No, DBT cloud. See, remember, in DBT, everything is a YML. Okay, we can do unit tests, not null tests, like this we can able to define. Remember, in DBT, everything is like a YAML file. So we'll see the same thing in detail. Now see, go back here. What is deployment? What is deployment? Tell me. Deployment.
Once we're done with the all transformation, then we'll migrate the code with
okay, see, it's like code migration or code movement. Okay, see, we'll see these are the basic things, just high level I'm explaining. Once we see DBT actual thing, we'll go for detail. Code migration, code deployment or code release. Okay, so this is the functionality. Okay, see, so code migration, code deployment, code release. Nothing but what before that you should have understanding of the instances or environment. What are the databases in instances we're having? Dev, nothing but development. Okay, then test, UAT, SIT, pre-prod and prod. Okay, see, what is UAT abbreviation? No, anybody?
User
User
acceptance
testing. What about SIT? It's a system integration testing. So remember, okay, so don't learn only DBT, you should learn this knowledge also, development knowledge. So system integration testing. What is pre-prod? It's a
Pre-production.
production. What is prod? It's a production environment. Okay, see, point is that what? With the help of DBT, I can easily do the development, easily do the testing with the help of this YAMLs concept. Okay, same thing, we can do the deployment. Deployment is nothing but what? Moving our code from one instance to other instance. This is called as deployment concept. See, one more time, with the help of DBT, I can able to perform the development activities. I can able to perform the testing activities. I can perform deployment. Moving the code from one instance to other instance, we can able to move. You see here what happened here. If you go for DBT, here deployment option is there. So we can able to use the environment. So from dev to production or dev to stage, we can able to easily move the function. Okay. And one more thing is that what? Documentation. What is documentation? Anybody knows the documentation? See,
Maintaining the data dictionary and everything.
Okay, see, if I click this now, what happened? The entire project documentation will be available. So point is that what? Okay, see, in normal Snowflake developer, once we do development, then what happened? What we should do? We should develop document. Now, who will develop the documentation part? The technical documentation. We only know as a part of developer, we should develop the document. But what happened in DBT? So it will build the inbuilt documentation. No need to do anything. So documentation will get automatically generated. This is a functionality. So once we development, what happened? So document we can able to generate automatically. So see, these are the advantages of DBT. And data lineage. What is data lineage? Anybody tell me data lineage? Tell me.
Object dependency.
So see, so here. Okay, see the same thing. Now see here. So see, this object is dependent on this object. So in real time, no normal databases, what happen? We should go for ER diagrams. What is ER diagrams? Nothing but what? Entity relationship. Okay, so relationship. We should have separate Erwin tool or something. But what happened in DBT? We're having the concept of data lineage, nothing but what? Object dependencies. It can be done easily with the help of this graphs. Okay, so here point is that what? With the help of DBT, I can do the development activities, testing activities with the help of YMLs, deployment, documentation, and dependencies can be easily understood by this DBT. So that's why what? So with the help of DBT, what happened? I will build ETL pipelines or ELT pipelines. Tell me which pipelines we should build. Anyone?
ELT.
ELT. With the help of DBT, I can build ELT pipelines, ELT data pipelines easily. I can do the development activities, testing activities, deployment, documentation, data lineage we can able to perform. Okay, so these are the advantages of DBT. That's why every companies are following like this way. Okay, this is the function. Any questions? Ask your questions so that I help you.
So, can you repeat what is this here ETL and ELT pipeline? What do you mean by pipeline here?
So I will see the this one. I'll write it in the diagram. I'll write it.
Yeah, Praveen, one question, Praveen.
Go ahead.
So just now you told it is a transformation tool, but here again we can build a ELT pipeline tool, right? So how exactly we can differentiate between these two?
I'll explain this slowly, then you'll get something. So once this is the project, then you'll get something. Hold on for 1 minute. Okay. Apart from anything, any other things?
Yeah, Praveen, I have a question.
Go ahead.
So, just like we have discussed about different ETL and ELT tools, like right? For my talent. So if we take an example of Informatica, we can read data from heterogeneous sources, right? It will be extraction, transformation, and loading. Whereas DBT, you just confirm that it will be like a part of doing transformation. So for that, do we to put the data in some place, like whether it is file data or table data, how it will be like, because it is not participating in extraction, right?
Okay, see, so hold for 2 minutes. Like once you see this project flow, you'll get some clarity. Okay, then you can able to. So once you see this project flow of DBT, then get it. You're right now you're getting confused. So see, once you see this project flow diagram, then get some clarity. Okay.
Okay.
This is the function. So now what happened? Let me go for this slide, or else I'll start the same thing. Okay. So this is important. If you're able to understand this process, now enter DBT will be simple. Now see what happened. So see, say source system. What is the source system? I can have Excel files, CSV files, JSON files, Parquet files, TXT files. These are data files. Again, we are having on-premises database, MySQL, Oracle, SQL Server, PostgreSQL. And one more thing is that what? Cloud system, SAP, HANA, Teradata, Amazon REST. Okay. Now see, point is that what? This is my source system. Now tell me, now this data I want to move to Snowflake. Tell me, this is called as what? This is called as what? Moving the on-premises data to cloud is called as what? Or cloud to cloud is called as what?
Migration.
Which migration? Data migration.
Data migration.
So see, so moving the on-premises data or cloud data to Snowflake is called as data migration. Now, what exactly we are trying to migrate here? Tell me, we are migrating what exactly? Exactly the database object, the tables, the views, the functions, and the procedure. Now, question is that what? Why we want to migrate to Snowflake? What's the reason why they're migrating to Snowflake? Tell me.
To transform.
That's fine. Why there? What's the purpose of moving the data to on-premises to cloud?
For analytical purpose.
Better performance.
So generally for
Cost.
cost cutting or performance, because huge volumes it can able to handle. It's a SaaS model, easily scale up and scale down. See, that's why what? So that's why what? All the on-premises or some systems, they're trying to move to Snowflake. Now see, now here, it's a huge volumes of data. Now who will come in picture? The cloud, either AWS cloud, Azure cloud, or GCP cloud. Now tell me now how to bring this data to Snowflake with the help of what? With the help of ETL tool. Okay, it can be Fivetran. The point is that what? So this is the source system. From the source system, we are dumping into S3. From the S3, we should move data into Snowflake. Now, what data we are trying to migrate? We are migrating only raw data. Tell me, cloud is there, Snowflake is there. Now, how to migrate? How to migrate? See, one more point. So see, this is the cloud and is the Snowflake database. Now I want to access these files into Snowflake. How we're accessing?
Integration.
By using storage integration and external stage concept. What are the concept? We should go for either copy into command or Snowpipe or external table. See, one more time. These are the tables data. We are getting the file format. Again, we are loading into Snowflake with the help of what? With the help of copy into command or Snowpipe or external table. Now tell me, now we are loading raw data, transform data. Raw data. Same table data. Now we're getting the same table data. Next one, what we should go for what? Raw data. Now who will come into picture? If I want to make it to, tell me who will come into picture?
DBT.
It's DBT. Tell me, DBT involved in any extraction part?
No.
Loading
No.
part?
No.
No. Okay, see, date. See, what is the definition I discussed starting point? See, okay, see. So it is used to transform the data that has been already loaded in the database. The data is already loaded. Now what happened? DBT not in the extraction part, in the loading part. Just it is involved in the transformation part. It is used to transform the data that has been already loaded. So data is already loaded. Now DBT, what is performing? It is performing the transformation. So what? See, with the help of DBT, what we can perform? I can perform development. I can perform testing, deployment, documentation, data lineage, version control. CI/CD we can able to perform. See, one more time. So see, as of now, data is there where? Data is there in on-premises. Now what happened? Now companies are moving to Snowflake. Now what happened? Now we go for ETL tools, either Fivetran, Stitch, or Metallion, AWS to go, what happened? They'll take this data based on like full load or incremental load. They'll dump this data into S3. Now what happened with the help of Fivetran tool? Assume like Fivetran tool. Now here what happened now? This data I want to get into Snowflake. Now how to getting? We are having the construct external stage, storage integration object, using copy into command, Snowpipe and external table. We are dumping into Snowflake. Now same data, it's a raw data, single tables are there. Now what happened with the help of DBT? I can perform the transformation will be available. With the help of DBT, what are the advantages? I can do the development, testing activities, deployment, documentation, data lineage, version control. These are the functionality. Now what happened? Ultimately, this transform data who will consume? Tell me. That's it. Huh? We are doing transformation. That's it. Huh?
No.
Who will consume? Ultimately, this guy is consumed by
Report
reporting teams, end
Reporting team.
users. Okay, reporting teams. So Tableau guys, Power BI guys, ClickViewer. What they try to do? They try to build what? They try to build what they try to build? Anyone? They try to build the dashboards. Okay, see once.
Reports.
Dashboards. Let me go back here. Okay, see the same thing. Info. Ultimately, what? Ultimately, they try to build the dashboards. Okay, see, build the dashboards. So see this dashboards. Okay, ultimately, they try to build this type of dashboards. Okay, see, who will build these dashboards? Power BI guys. For Power BI guys, they want what? Input. What is the input? Input. Views. Transform data. Transform data we are storing in the form of views. This views will be consumed by this guys. And again, what? We'll go for AI people, machine learning people. They want what? They want the file format. We'll go for data unloading concept with the help of DBT. So see, ultimately this data we are bringing to Snowflake. With the help of DBT, I'm doing the data validation, data testing, data transformations, and ultimately this data we are trying to give views, and we are trying to give file format. And for data sharing, I'll go for secure views concept. So with the help of DBT, I can able to do all these things. So see, got the point of we are not directly accessing to the files, we are accessing to the data warehouse. It can be Snowflake, it can be Synapse. So see here what happened. DBT can connect to what? Connect to Snowflake data warehouse, Synapse data warehouse, okay, Redshift or Google BigQuery. Now you ask a question. I hope this is clear. I guess. Ask a question. Go ahead.
Yeah, Praveen. Praveen, good morning. Praveen, raw data gets landing into the stage table via copy command or any kind of things or Fivetran. So once the data came into the picture into the Snowflake, on top of we are having the beautiful concept called views and materialized views also. So why we are going to choose for the DBT? If someone will ask the question, so how are you going to defend them?
No, see, these are the advantages, no? So if see these are the advantages. So views now with the help of DBT, I can create views. Okay, let me help you. The simple thing, the question is that what? Let me open one more session. So you're saying now views and materialization, no, same concept, no, simple. Now select, I want to find what's my database. Select the current database. Current schema. Okay, now see it's pointing to Snowflake database. Current database, current schema.
No, Praveen. No, without using the DBT, so we are, there is a Snowflake level feature views are already there, right? From the views also we can able to do the transformation.
That's why I say this are the advantage. Tell me, so deployment can we do directly with Snowflake? Tell me.
Deployment, no, we could not.
Exactly. Okay, what about testing? So tell me, Snowflake constraints are there? What are the constraints we're having?
Unique constraints.
Tell me, in Snowflake, unique constraints supported. Can we have duplicate values in constraint?
No, it won't.
So see, because now what happened cannot be enforced. Okay, so to do all this type of testing, no. So see, simple thing. Point is that what these are the advantages of all these things. Okay, see, I can go for deployment, documentation. Tell me, can I do documentation in Snowflake? We should do separate tools or we should do manually. So data lane right now it's a previous state. Version control is there, testing is there. So once we complete all this concept, like okay, then we can able to say these are the things. Within 1 hour I can't do because now once you see the advantage of all this concept, okay, so snapshot concept, okay, SCDs concept, okay, then testing concept, packages concept. Once you see all this advantage, then you can say into that, okay, these are the advantages of DBT. That's why I'm going for DBT. So high level advantages, These are the advantages, development, testing, deployment. Okay. Once you see complete all the sessions topics, then you get to, okay, so with the help of DBT, with the less code, I can able to do the ELT pipelines easily. So your ELT pipelines nothing but what? Extracting, loading the data with the help of DBT, transforming and giving to this data. So here ELT nothing but, so somebody is doing extracting, loading, DBT coming for transmission. This called as ELT pipelines. That's all.
So Praveen, one quick question. So the third is raw data, right? Where we are pulling from different heterogeneous sources and just storing it. So can it be both table or file, or it should be only table in order to connect with DBT?
DBT generally no. So the DBT connect to Snowflake. No, Snowflake is nothing but it's a table. Data will be the tables only connected.
Okay. So
Table.
apart from Snowflake, can't we connect with any other cloud database? Just wondering.
Like connecting Synapse is there. Okay, Synapse you connect to BigQuery. All the clouds, all the cloud database connect.
Even with Amazon Redshift, right?
Redshift.
So
okay, 1 second.
it would be some temporary storage area, right?
So see here what happened. I will tell you.
Yeah.
So create. So here it will connect it to all the things here. Now see here what happened. Add new connection. See. So it connected to Snowflake, PostgreSQL, BigQuery, Redshift. So this all things.
Must be a data, right?
It's a data warehouse or database. So it's as soon as supporting to this from the DBT cloud.
Like
it can be the point is that what it can be any data warehouse. Just know what is the thing it is used to already data is just trying to access the data that has been already loaded. That's the function. It can be any data warehouse or anything.
Sense, yeah. So it should not be a file, right?
It should not file, no, database.
Thank you.
Praveen, one question, Praveen. Fivetran will be used for as a ELT useful, right? So it is just for extract and load, right? No transfer.
Like a data loader. So ELT are nothing but these are called as data loaders. Just loading. They don't do any transfer.
Yeah, in the diagram. In the diagram. You told that it is ELT, right? So transformation we are not doing.
Not doing. Okay. So generally now what happened? This type of two approaches will be there. One is this approach. Sometimes now what happened? This approach won't be there. They directly depends on the company. Okay. So one is approach they'll go for like this or they'll go for like this. Good.
One here ELT you told DBT will perform ELT pipeline, right? Where exactly it comes now? Raw data is the loading part. Extracting part is source systems. And DBT will do the transformation. This combination you are saying ELT, right?
ELT pipeline. So Fivetran is extracting data and loading to the Snowflake. DBT is taking the data and doing the transfer. It's called as ELT.
Okay.
And this transform data will be consumed by views part for data consumption Power BI. For machine learning part will go for file format. For data set will go for securities. This is the flow.
Okay, this entire combination you are saying as
it's ELT pipelines. ELT pipelines.
But DBT comes exactly for transformation part.
Transformation part. Take the raw data, do the transmission, and look due to the Snowflake, due to the consumption layer.
Okay.